up, guys? Snowy FX here. I'm also a technical trading analyst. I'm Ruffy Capacio, one of the analysts here at ACY Securities. You can also call me Snowy FX. That's my name. And by the way, I'm also a proprietary trader. My trading approach is simple, pure price action, technical analysis, and disciplined risk management. In this session, I'll walk you through my live market analysis, explaining the reasoning behind every setup that I show you and how I read the charts in real time. So a quick reminder before we begin, this is not a financial advice. This is simply my personal view of the markets based on price action and current market structure. Trading always involves risk. There are no guarantees, so make sure you manage your risk properly. Do your own research and never risk money you're not prepared to lose. So, let me say it again. Never risk money you're not prepared to lose in the market. Now, all of the analysis that I've been sharing you guys today is based on my opinion and on my own experience in the market. But I will not be sharing any market analysis or setups that won't make sense in my eyes, because all of it is high probability setups that could have the potential to play out. But every time you take it, I want you guys to trade on your own risk. Now, so I want you guys to be ready your charts, because right now I'm really excited to share you guys the market updates. More likely, this kind of session is the market updates that we have outlook last Monday. Possibly any pairs that could have already have its move towards our anticipated key levels or anticipated movement that we are looking into. And now, get your charts ready and let's get started. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is to see whether there could be any high volatility impacts or high impact news that could potentially affect the market. Now, the same as always at FinLogix, knowing you could actually just go to FinLogix so that you could actually see it on your own on what could be the high impact news. Now, go to economic calendar, only turn off low and medium, only focusing on the high impact news. Now, as you can see, last Monday there is a low actual forecast. Maybe I would consider it as a bad impact last Monday, maybe giving some maybe weakening USD or major pairs, I would say. Now, all we have to do is to focus for today's high impact news. As you can see, there is only a high impact news on CNY pairs. Probably we could actually turn on also all of the currency, maybe except China pair or any CNY pairs, because I actually don't look much on the CNY pairs. As you can see, there is no high impact news, but there is some medium impact. But based on how I trade in the markets and also of 4 years of experience in the market, I don't think medium impacts could actually move that much. All I have to focus is the high impact news itself. As you can see, there is no high impact news. Probably there is still volatility with each session during London and New York session, but there is no any high volatility markets that could impact. And I won't say impact, but probably could actually give volatility. Maybe both sides, whether it could actually give volatility towards our stop loss or take profit, right? Price action, once you are a pure price action trader, that is how we see the news. I know a lot of you guys would actually watch news or probably avoiding high impact news, but me, I really don't care about news. I will trade whatever my price action say. If it says go buy right now, I'll buy instantly, even if there are interest rate or any high impact news that could actually spike up the market. But yeah, that is just how I trade. Now onto the charts. Let me share you my charts right now. And as you can see, let's start let's start doing our analysis at gold. Now, as you can see here at gold, we are currently at the weekly chart. As you can see on the weekly chart, market is creating potential lower high. Just a fast market update. No need to actually sum up all of it because I have already explained this last or previous live trading session. As you can see, market has already creating its lower high. After that lower high, push. Now having its retracement again to create another lower high structure. Previous weekly candlestick closed as a pin bar candlestick. A bearish pin bar, meaning once it is a bearish pin bar, it is an inverse hammer pin bar candlestick. Pin bar, inversive hammer, potato, all the same. It looks like this is how a pin bar looks like. There is a long wick above it, and there is a small body below it, and there is a small wick below, but sometimes considered also none. But as long as it has a body below and a long wick above, that will automatically considered as a bearish pin bar or an inverse hammer. It is called inverse hammer because it looks like a hammer that looks upside down, right? Now, I have an exact blog that you could actually know what will be the use of a pin bar or any candlestick reversal. Because one example is this candlestick. It could actually give you an indication that the market is already reversing. Market is creating that low minor bullish push, creating or closing this candle's bearish pin bar, and already indicates that there could be a downside potential. Now, this is how I actually posted it. You could actually check out this blog. This is pretty recent, and I just posted it today. Bullish and bearish pin bar candlestick, the complete guide trading reversal candlestick confirmation. Now, as you can see, what is a pin bar? Pin bar or Pinocchio bar is a candlestick with a long wick, tail, or a small real body. As you can see, there is a body, small body, long wick. That is automatically considered as a pin bar. But there is two types of pin bar. A bullish pin bar, also known as a hammer. This is how it looks like. Upper wick, short wick, closer to none. Sometimes there's a small wick, sometimes none. There's a small body above it, whether it is a bullish or bearish. As long as it has a small body above, or it looks like a head, more like the hammer. Now, the lower wick, there is a long lower wick, looks like the handle of a hammer. Now, this is how it looks like on a real chart. Now, even there it is bullish body or bearish body, as long as it creates like a hammer or a pin bar. So you can see, small body, long wick, long lower wick, and there is a wick above it, but there is a small body a little bit near above. Consider this is a pin bar, a bullish pin bar. Now, bullish pin bar will usually happen at lows, at higher low structure, or at a lower low structure, as long as it is at the low. As you can see, price creates a higher high. Right after market creates a higher high, it creates a lows. Pin bar has created. Next thing happened. Push to the upside. You can clearly see this is a previous history that happened before. Like I've said, market will repetitively happening. Now, this is how it looks like or pair up with high probability price action setup. There is a support. You need to wait for a pin bar to actually happen at the retest. Pin bar has closed. Next thing did happen, a bullish momentum continuation to the upside. Now, a bearish pin bar is an inversive look on the bullish pin bar. There's an upper wick above and a small body below. It is like a hammer that you actually just turn upside down, right? And same, it is considered as a bearish pin bar when the market or when the candlestick close the body below, as long as it is actually looks like this, whether it is a bullish candle or green candle or whatever candlestick you use for the bullish candle or for the bearish candle, as long as it looks like this, there's a small body below and a long wick above it. This is how it looks. This is how it looks like. Market most close like this. There is a long wick and a body below, considered as a bearish pin bar or inversive hammer. This bearish pin bar or an inversive hammer, you usually will have or will be formed at the highs. As you can see, market creates a lower low, lower high, bearish pin bar. Next thing did happen, push to the downside. You can actually see this previous data happen, push to the downside, right? Now, if you want to pair up with high probability price action setup, you could actually pair it up with a lot of confluence like support and resistance, trend, break and retest, and also reversal pattern retest. As long as you actually pair it up with all the confluences that I've teach you, you can actually sum up with high probability setup. And this is one key example of pairing it up. Market is creating this minor bullish momentum just to retest this daily resistance level. Therefore, it is actually look good for sell. There is a bearish pin bars has been created at this exact resistance. Next thing did happen, a bearish momentum to the downside. Simple as it is. You can just actually read this exact blog. The link is in the description below. Read this exact blog so that you can actually master how to use reversal candlestick confirmation. One example is the pen bar candlestick. Now going back to our chart on gold, as you can see, the same did actually close right here. You clearly see this is a bear. Even there is a long wick, there is a small body, a bullish body. Therefore, it looks like an inversive candlestick. Therefore, this is a bearish candlestick confirming there is a downside potential. Now, the best thing we could do is to look for sell because it is looking for sell, but we are waiting for the breakout. Yesterday, it did not give us a proper breakout. As you can see, market has its wick, but it not body close above. Therefore, this is not still considered as the market is already having its breakout. It is still considered as the market is still inside the consolidation zone. Therefore, the only thing, the same thing as we will anticipate on gold, wait for any breakout above of this resistance level or below this support level. But the highest probability setup I would consider would be the sell setup. Because weekly is cooking up for sells. Market is creating this massive bearish engulfing candlestick, not engulfing, a pin bar candlestick, indicating that the market is already setting up for sells. And also, market, this is a consolidation. Once the market could break this support level, it could retest back as a resistance and also retest this head and shoulder pattern, a reversal pattern that you could use. So the market is already shifting, came from bullish trend to bearish. Okay, but we also have another scenario. If the market wouldn't have its breakout below, and when the market could have its breakout above, then we could take the low probability setup. It is a low probability because on the weekly chart, market is bearish, and totally the higher the time frame it is, the much respected the analysis is. So therefore, if we are looking for sells and we are only basing it on a daily, even though the weekly is actually telling us that it is good for sells, therefore all automatically considered as a low probability setup. That's it. Just wait for the market to have its breakout above, so that once the market could break above, the same anticipation after the retracement, look for buys. Once the market could actually broke below, wait for the retracement towards the potential resistance, and sell it to the downside. Right? So yeah, simple as it is, no need to actually confuse our setups. On to the next, NAS100. Now look what happened right here, right? Head and shoulders are going crazy in the market, right? Simple as anticipation. I really don't care what could have any news that could potentially affect the market. I anticipated this move last week. Like I've said, that we will wait for the market to actually broke below this first target price. I know I have closed this market last week. I have closed a 1:2.5. I have closed it, but just being transparent, just showing you guys today that the market plays out like what I anticipated. Like I've said, it will potentially could drop if the market could body close below my first target price. I know I have closed my trades. I have followed my plan. I'm really on point with my trading plan. Once my trading plan tells me that 2.5% is all you need, I close it. That's it. I'm very transparent and I'm very disciplined in following my plan. But guys, I'm just showing you that my execute and forget strategy will work as long as I see it. Right? It play out. I anticipate you can rewatch our previous live trading session on our channel. You could actually go to YouTube. You could just watch our previous live trading session here on our exact channel. There are all of our previous live trading session is actually posted right here. And also you could actually just subscribe so you will be notified once we are trading live. And also you could actually just follow my exact channel because I will be posting stuff also on maybe some market updates also towards my channel. Now, going back to our chart, now as you can see here on NASDAQ, it is already having its massive push to downside. I don't have any setups right now. I'm just showing you guys that it plays out like what I anticipated. I have posted this exact blog on our website. You can check it out. There is a link in the description below. And we'll see how this week's move. Let's see whether it could actually hit our second take profit price on NASDAQ or not. But let's see how it moved this week. Now on to the next. Now Bitcoin, it is already cooking up. As you can see, market has already have its breakout of the consolidation zone. It break above, it actually break inside. This is the consolidation, right? Market yesterday market is still right here. Like I've said, we will wait for any breakouts so that we'll be interested in taking any setups. Now look what happened right now. Market is actually moving and breaking below on this daily support. It is already below, therefore it will now considered as a resistance to retest it, probably to have a minor or just a short-term push to the downside. This is why patience is one of the best or the underrated edge of a trader. Now, if you're a beginner, I know you are actually chasing any of those trades, but just to let you know guys, the more patience you are, the highest probability trades that you will catch in the market. Because sometimes you are eager once you're trading. Let me give you an experience, because I have already experienced this kind of thing. Sometimes you actually think like once you're trading, every time you need to actually trade. No, that is not how trading works. Trading is actually taking the highest probability setup only. Because I know if you're a beginner, you will be thinking that once you're trading, you need to trade every day, you need to execute trade. No, you will be I will say you will be exposing yourself to a lot of losses, because I have been on that exact experience. But me, I'm actually just exactly advising you guys, because I have already experienced those kind of things. But right now, I know it's out of context for our setup, but it is just a little psychology. Now, right now, this is one key example why patience actually pays. Market is having this breakout. Still, we don't know what will be the outcome of this trade, but it is already setting up for a high probability setup. Now, all we have to do for Bitcoin, wait, or BTC USD, I will wait for the price to properly retest on my daily resistance. Once the market could have its retest or retracement, then automatically I will look for my entry signal, putting my stop loss a few pips above to give breathing room to actually minimize, not avoid, minimize stop out or stop hand or liquidity grab. Those kind of movements in the market, like let me explain: stop out, liquidity grab, stop hand, all of those kind of words that it is just the same, potato. All of it is unavoidable in the markets. You will be stop out, you'll be liquidity grab, you'll be stop hand, wick out. It is unavoidable. All you had is to minimize those kind of movement. That is why putting a breathing room a little bit above it. But once you still got wick out and go to the downside, that is why you also not only you're actually putting a breathing room, and also you already manage your risk, right? You are already managing your risk that you are willing to lose in the market. That's it. And by the way, guys, this kind of setups, I want you guys to trade on your own risk, because this is not a financial advice. This is simply my personal view of the markets based on price action and my execute and forget strategy that I use. Okay? And by the way, we have an exact Discord community. You could actually join our Discord community. It is only inclusive for those who want to join. You can actually join right now and learn the deeper insight of my market analysis that I'm sharing you guys today. And also, I will be teaching a much deeper insight of how I trade the markets. One key example is purely technical price action. If you want to be a pure technical trader, this is right. This is actually this would be the one that you actually want to actually learn. Now, going back to our chart, the same anticipation for Bitcoin. Wait for it to properly retest. Once the market could have its retracement towards our daily resistance level. Because previously, once market could break, it could retest, act as a resistance, push to the downside. The same move as this. I'm not making it on my end. I'm just actually looking on the previous data on what happened before. Market broke below. As you can see, we could actually, let me show you guys here. Look right exactly here. Market is exactly inside it. The same on what happened in the current price action. Market broke below on this daily support. Market retested, acted as a resistance. Next thing did happen, a massive push to the downside. All we have to do is just to copy the exact move of what happened previously. Market will just repetitively happening. That is why I want you guys to practice on looking on the broader view. Not caring about news, not caring about what could happen fundamentally. If you want to be a pro price action trader, only focusing on the price action bias. As you can see, market or a price action giving us a bearish bias, then all we have to do is to actually not second guess on executing for sells. As you can see, right after market actually broke below, then the only thing is to copy the exact move. Like this one, market break, retested as a resistance, copy the exact move, wait for the market to properly retrace, wait for any entry signal, catch a sell. Okay, that is for Bitcoin. Now, GBP USD, look what happened right now. I executed this trade yesterday. As you can see, market is already having its push, but I still don't know what will be the outcome of this setup. But if the market, you could still enter this market. If the market could actually go back to our resistance level, wait for your entry signal at our resistance or our daily and weekly resistance, then enter another or execute another sells for JBP USD. I'm already in profit right now. As you can see, this is the meaning of this. Like, as you can see, there is a darker green and there is a lighter green below, meaning this darker green, meaning I'm already in my profit. Market is already flowing exactly on my potential take profit level. But still, I don't know what will be the outcome of this trade, because I will hold my trade whether it could hit my stop loss. This would be the stop loss right here, or whether it could hit my take profit. I'm really on point in following my plan. I will not be closing break even. I don't care if market could just move 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If market could just actually move like this, then no need or there's no reason to actually close my trade, because the market either only move on those two parts. Market could go up or down. That's it. Market won't actually move towards you. Market will just go up and down. That's it. Now, let's see how this market could play out on JBP USD. But if JBP USD could actually retrace back on our resistance, then look for any entry signal once the market could approach or retrace back on this daily and weekly resistance. Then look for another entry signal for sell. Now, if you actually don't know what is the exact entry signal that I use for sell, you can just go to ACY website. There is an exact blog that you could actually use and read on what entry signal that I use once I am executing my trades. Now, one key example, as you can see, now not this one. Want to learn more about candlestick information, just go to this exact blog. Now, I'm teaching the exact Japanese candlestick patterns, how to trade, how to use engulfing candlestick as a high probability entry signal. Use this exact candlestick. I have the exact videos here. You could actually giving you the exact or simplest form on teaching how to use it. Now, one key example is a bullish engulfing. It is called a bullish engulfing because once the market is in a bullish trend and you are looking for buys, this would be the exact entry signal. A bearish engulfing was engulfed by a bullish candlestick. Automatically, this is a bullish candlestick for buys. If you look for buys, this would be the entry signal. As you can see, bullish engulfing. Right after bullish engulfing has formed on our exact support level. Next thing could happen, bullish momentum to the upside. Now, for the bearish engulfing is just the reverse of it. This is how it looks like. A bullish engulfing was engulfed by a bearish candlestick. This is the bearish engulfing for sells. This would be the exact entry signal that we will use for our JBP USD setup. If the market could have its retracement back to our resistance level right here, then wait for our entry signal on the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 hour, whichever it engulfs first. Automatically, right after a bearish engulfing will create on the lower time frame, automatically don't second guess it. Okay? Now, on to the next. Also, this setup on JBP AUD is already cooking up. Market has its breakout below on this daily support. Therefore, now it could now act as a resistance. The same move as JBP USD. Wait for the retracement. Both of them move the same. That is why JBP AUD have its bearish push to the downside, and JBP USD has its push to the downside also, because both of them has JBP pair. meaning once we are taking sell on GBP USD, we are betting that GBP pairs or currency is getting weaker. Simple as that. No need to confuse it. Because once you're trading Forex, it is like betting both of those pairs. That is why there is a base pair, which is the GBP, and the quote is AUD. Meaning, once you buy or sell, once you buy, you are betting, or once you buy, meaning you are betting that GBP is getting stronger than AUD. Once we sell, we are betting that AUD is getting stronger than GBP. Now let me actually explain again. Once the GBP AUD could go to the upside, meaning the GBP pair, the GBP or the sterling or the pound is getting stronger than AUD. Once GBP AUD could go to the downside, meaning AUD is getting stronger than GBP. That is the basic context on trading Forex. Okay, so both of this pair, GBP USD, move the same because both of them has a GBP. Therefore, knowing once we take sell on AUD, we are betting that GBP is getting weaker. Then also we are taking sell on GBP USD because we are betting that GBP is also getting weaker. Now the same anticipation, market is already having its retracement on our daily resistance level. Wait for the proper retracement. Wait for our entry signal. Once the market have its retracement inside our level, then automatically look for sells, putting our stop loss a few pips above. Target a 1:3. This structure point where the market could potentially react. Because you can see there is a support level here. Market reacted, this key level acted as a support, resistance, support. Therefore, once the market could approach right here, it could potentially reject or not. But all we had to do is to anticipate, because it happened before. Market will just repetitively happening. That is why we need to anticipate in advance that potentially it could reject this level. Wait for the market to properly retrace back to our resistance level and then look for sell on GBP AUD. Next, AUD USD. We are looking for sells right here. This is why being patient is one of our edges. Market is still reacting this level as a support because it is above, right? Market break, market is above, therefore it could actually retest it as a support. Now the best thing that we will anticipate, there's no idea to take sells exactly on a support level. Because knowing once the market is in a support level, the only thing that it could do is to react as a floor or as a support and possibly have its push. Once we look for sells, we wait for the market to break below it so that it could act as a resistance. That is why I put my alarm below it. I'm waiting for the market to break below. But as you can see, I can't really unsee this kind of movement in the market. Right? I really can't unsee it. Head and shoulders pattern. Market is already setting up for a trend reversal. Because market is clearly having its minor bullish momentum to have its retracement to retest this daily resistance or support key level. Now that is why it retests twice just to form this head and shoulder pattern so that once the market could break, it could retest the resistance, retest the head and shoulder neckline. Next thing could happen, a push to the downside. The same, just be patient, wait for the breakout, wait for the alarm to actually be triggered so that we will be interested in sell once the market could have its breakout and retracement to the resistance level, right? It is just easy anticipation for this market. On to the next, JBP NZD. We are looking for buys because market on the higher time frame, it is cooking up for buys because we are at a potential higher low. Market is creating this bullish pin bar. there is a small body, a long wick below, meaning market is setting up for buys, right? This is why I want you to actually read this exact blog about candlesticks, this one, pin bar, so that you could actually so that you could understand when the market is reversing or whether it is already confirming for a potential reversal. As you can see here on the exact current price action on JBP NZD, one key example of pin bar reversal. Alright, this is called a reversal candlestick because market could just have its market has just two movement, right? Go up and down. In order for it to go, let me actually show my camera. In order for the market to actually move towards the upside, that actually move to the upside needs to have a bullish momentum, right? It needs to have a push to the upside. And once the market wants to go to the downside, it needs to have that bearish momentum. Now, looking on this current price action, as you can see, there is a pin bar above and a pin bar below. A bearish pin bar created at highs. A bullish pin bar will be created at lows. As you can see, right after that bearish pin bar closed, next thing did happen. As you can see, maybe let me actually show you guys in a much elaborate way. As you can see, right after this bearish engulfing candles, a bearish pin bar close above at highs. This would be already a confirmation that the market is already setting up for a bearish reversal, right? That is why there is a bullish reversal pattern candlestick. There is a bearish reversal bearish candlestick. As you can see, this is one key example of a bearish reversal candlestick. This will always happen at highs, and the bullish bearish bullish reversal candlestick will always happens at lows. This is highs. Therefore, this is a bearish reversal candlestick. Look what happened right after. Market retraced back to the downside because it is already cooking up for a reversal. Now, as you can see, bullish pin bar also created at lows. Right after it closes, then we will anticipate for a bullish reversal to the upside. This is a bullish reverse. This is a bullish push. This is a bearish push. The next thing, market is creating a bullish reversal pin bar, then we will anticipate the bullish push. Okay, then all we have is looking on the daily. Therefore, it is not ideal to actually buy inside the consolidation zone. Market is stuck inside a consolidation. It is why we are anticipating for the breakout above or below. The highest probability is to wait for the market to break above because we are looking for buys, so that we will wait for this. We will wait for the market to break above on this daily resistance so that it could act as a support once market retraces. And the lowest probability or the other scenario is to look for sells. Once the market could break below on this weekly support, it could potentially act as a resistance. Okay, just be patient, wait for the breakout. There's no need to take buys right now because market is still inside in a consolidation. Like, look what happened here. Market is stuck in a consolidation zone. If you actually catch this trade, put your stop loss a few pips below, then you will be stopped out. That is a liquidity grab. As you can see, let me actually give you an example. If we are taking on a consolidation zone, this is one key example of avoiding liquidity grabs. It is actually look good for buys because market is above this weekly support. There is a bullish pin bar, therefore indicating the market is setting up for buys. Now, right after it, enter on that pullback. You got wick out, market push to the upside. This is how it goes: liquidity grabs, wick out, stop hunt. Because before it actually push to the upside, it stop you out and push to the upside. Even if you are putting a bigger breathing room, right? This is way bigger breathing room. Supposed to be my breathing room is just like this, but still you get stopped out. This kind of move is unavoidable in the markets. All we had is just to minimize it. We are putting a breathing room and also managing our risk. That's it. To minimize, wait for any breakouts above so that we will look for buys after the retracement, and also wait for the break below so that once the market will break below, we will look for sell after the retracement. That's the anticipation on JBP NZD. Any question, feel free to ask. So yeah, easy anticipation for this market. On to the next. NZD USD. Market is a potential lower high. Market is creating this bearish Harami candlestick, a bearish candlestick confirmation. The market is setting up for sells. And the same as always, wait for the breakout below on this daily support so that market could have its breakout. It will act as a resistance level. By the way, I actually turned off my EMA. Sorry about it. As you can see here on JBP NZD, also once the market could have its breakout above, EMA indicator could potentially act as a support, helping the will potentially act as a secondary support once the market could have its breakout above, and also pushing price to the upside. Right? I actually turned off my EMA indicator. Sorry about it. As you can see, that is why using 50 EMA indicator is actually reliable. Also, it could actually act as a secondary confluence. As you can see, once EMA indicator is above, it is indicating the market is clearly bearish and also could act as a resistance level. As you can see, it acted as a resistance, 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 resistance. That is why probably once the market could break, it will have its secondary confirmation that the market is clearly in a bearish trend. Simple anticipation. First, let's anticipate. Let's simplify our setups. Gold, wait for the break above. The same, wait for the break below for sells. NAS100, NASDAQ is already having its move. Let's see how this move. Let's see how could this potentially move this week. Whether it could hit or take profits or go back to the upside. Bitcoin, the same. Bitcoin, wait for the proper retracement towards our resistance level so that we will look for sells. Wait for our entry signal right after the market retrace back on our resistance level, and also retest the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern, adding confluences or probability towards our setup. It is a high probability because there is a lot of confluence once the market could have its retracement or retest back on this resistance level. JBP USD, you could actually catch another sells once the market could retrace back on our daily resistance and weekly resistance level. Once the market have its retracement, wait for entry signal. JBP AUD, the same move as JBP USD, wait for the proper retracement. Once the market could retrace, it could also retest this EMA indicator that could potentially act as a resistance, pushing price to the downside. Take note, this is a high probability setup. Just be patient on initiating any of this setup. Next, AUD USD, wait for the breakout below on this daily support level so that we will be interested in looking for sells after the market could have its break, and retracement. Wait for the retracement or entry signal after the retracement, and wait for it to properly retest this head and shoulder pattern neckline. On to the next, JBP NZD, wait for any breakouts. The highest probability is to look for buys. Buys is wait for the break above of this resistance, wait for the retracement, then look for buys after, because once after the breakout, EMA indicator could actually act as a secondary support, pushing price to the downside. The low probability setup is to look for sells. Wait for the market to break below on this weekly support so that we will be looking for sells on JBP NZD. Next, NZD USD. The best anticipation is to actually wait for the breakout below on this daily support level, so that we will be looking for sells. I'm not looking for actually buys here because it will not be worth it. It's possibly it could automatically stop you out, because looking at the weekly, there is a EMA indicator, because the higher the time frame is, the much respected the analysis. As you can see, once the market have its push to the upside, this EMA indicator could act as a resistance, pushing price back to the downside. Therefore, I will not risk it. That is why they sell is the most anticipate for set up for NZD USD. And also, by the way, I almost forgot, AUD CAD, the same anticipation. Wait for the break on this daily support level, so that we will be looking for sells, because once the market could have its breakout, it could act as a resistance, and also this EMA indicator could act as a secondary trend confirmation that the market is already shifting from bullish to bearish. So yeah, I think that is it. Any question about our setups for this or today's live trading session? Just be patient. No need to actually catch all of the trades that I'm sharing you guys. All we need is one of those pairs or market that can play out. No need to actually take all of this trade. For me, all I need is one of those markets to play out, and I'll be done for the week. So yeah, just be pay. Any question to ask, feel free to ask right now. Now, all I want to say, guys, is that once you can actually master pure price action, because I'm the main reason why I actually lean much on pure price action, because so that I won't think any other than price action itself. That's it. That's the main reason, and it is actually much easier to trade rather than over confusing any other stuff that a lot of traders actually use. EMA indicator, they're putting a lot of indicators on the chart. This would be the if you would actually put it on analogy on a basketball. Let me say, if you actually play a sport, maybe we could actually use an example as basketball. My strategy is like just the basic stuff on basketball: shoot and lay up and dribble. That's it. And a lot of traders, I will actually give you an analogy. The traders that actually use a lot of indicators that even some of them won't make sense, they're doing a lot of stop, dribble like that, behind a spin, behind the back. But the most important thing in basketball is to score, right? Not those kind of moves that you need to show the other people. But if you, in order for you want to win on basketball, you need to actually just shoot the ball on the hoop. And it's why I use the basic stuff like shoot, lay up, dribble it towards the hoop. That's it. And confused trade, if the confused trader will put it on an analogy of a basketball, they need to actually do the stuff, spin, but right after they actually, because they actually keep practicing this confused stuff on basketball, right after they actually shoot, the ball won't actually go inside the hoop, because they are much focused on doing the unnecessary stuff on the exact example or the exact thing, right? So yeah, hopefully you actually get this analogy. So yeah, that's why every time I will actually give you some fire analogy so that you could understand it much simpler. Now, by the way, feel free to actually join our inclusive Discord community. Inside this Discord community, I will be sharing a much deeper on my market analysis, and also teaching you guys a much deeper on how to use execute and forget strategy that I use in trading using price action. All you have to do is to scan this QR code. There is a link in the description below. You can actually join right now. It is only inclusive for those who want to join. So feel free to join. It is for free. And also, by the way, there is an upcoming live right after me. One of our market technical trading analysts will explain what will be the reason behind the macroeconomic news of all the markets, probably on Bitcoin, gold. So you could actually check her out also. So she will be actually giving you guys the macroeconomic or a deeper exact insight of the news. Because I know probably you'll be wondering, because I will not be looking on the news. I will just use it as whether what time could be there be any volatility in the market. That is just how I see the news. But that is her expertise. You can actually follow her also if you want to trade with news. So yeah, and by the way, you can actually check out all of the contents that I have posted on my exact YouTube channel, which is SnowyFX. You could actually call me SnowyFX. And also watch our previous live trading session so that you could actually follow up all of what I've shared or what I've actually teach you guys using my price action. If you actually don't actually get any of my setups, or probably right now live, you can just rewatch it 10 times, 20 times until you will understand the exact setups that we are looking right now. So and also we have our trading cup. If you're still learning or don't have time to analyze the markets every day, you can actually check out our trading cup. You'll be able to follow experienced traders and copy trades in real time while learning how trades are managed professionally. It is a simple way to involve in the market without overcomplicating the process. The link is in the description below. You can actually check it out. Inside our trading cup, there is a lot of profitable traders that use their own strategy. If you are a trader that actually don't want to execute the strategy, or don't want to actually just want other traders to actually execute your trade or your capital, all you have to do is to go to trading cup, copy any of the traders. Probably for me, I will copy the number one or the rank one of the exact trader on trading cup, copy and sign up with ACY Securities and putting some capital, letting other traders execute my trades. So that's it. But if you want to actually start trading using my strategy, you could actually go to ACY, open account, putting some capital, start trading, and also execute the setups that I shared you guys today, because there is a potential it could potentially play out. I will not be sharing any of setups that won't make sense in the market. So yeah, and I think that is it. So hopefully you are ready to actually execute those trades that I've shared you guys. So I'm really excited to actually execute some trades that I actually shared right now, because I'm really interested in looking at the trade. That is why I actually shared it right now. And I want you guys, and just to let you know guys, that trade on your own risk. All of that is based on my price action and current market structure and how I look the market, and using only on what I use, which is the execute and forget strategy. So yeah, I think that is it. So there's no actually question that you could ask. So I think that is it. So if you found value in this session, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss the daily market outlooks, the live breakdowns, the high probability price action setup that I've shared every weekday. So I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you got value from today's live trading session, ladies and gentlemen. So stay disciplined, manage your risk. Always remember, once the market approach our level, is to execute and forget. So have a great day, take care, and I'll see you in the next live trading session. See you guys.